Brandon, you have tried everything under the sun to get everything under the sun to get a reaction out of me. I'm not going to. I am not going to jail behind a 40-year-old man sitting on a reality show who waits to release a diss track 8 years after not doing music. You brought your dumb ass on this platform, and when you could have been talking about your personal stuff, and yes, I look damn good with the makeup and damn good without it. I look damn good with a shirt on and damn good without one. And bitch, you bad because you don't. Let's start there. Second of all, there is so much shit you could have called. There is so much shit. There is so much. Ain't nobody hit no goddamn. You say you hit some teenagers, bitch. Ain't nobody hit no teenagers. You there is. Hold on. There is plenty of shit. No. Hold on. There is so much shit he could have addressed on this show, but he used my name to build his storyline, and I'm gonna go to jail over fighting him when he is nobody. To me, you are no fucking body, and I mean it.
Okay, let's
ugly ass.
What's in your wallet, bitch?
Hey.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Devontae has done his charity work for the year. He put community service bitches on this show.
Community service,
because you ain't nothing but a fucking roach you got through the cracks. You was on the last season as a friend of.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay, shark mouth.
Let's move on.
Brandon.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on because this is going to keep going and you two cannot talk to each other. So let's go to break and we'll be right back. Come one, come all, 'tis the season to gather and get into the Christmas spirit. But the evening didn't turn out nearly as festive as planned. Let's take a look.
I'm hosting a holiday party and I'm excited. I love the holidays. I'm like Mariah Carey. I'm just super festive. So good vibes, good vibes, good vibes.
This is me making it here. Hi, how are you? I'm Trey.
Trey. How you doing, Trey?
Trey, and you are?
Brandon.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, looking regular.
Oh shit. Okay, here we go.
Just met you, bro. We're gonna take a beat. All right.
I feel like there's some heat between us. I'm like, what's going on, bro?
Oh, okay, hold on. But I literally felt like I was one step closer to hell. Like it was hot as hell.
He did walk himself in.
And I introduced myself, and I literally said to Mark and Mayday, I was like, damn, ain't nobody tell me we was dressing up. Right. And immediately after that, out of his mouth comes, you walking looking real regular.
Not being a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you felt some type of way, come to me and tell me that.
Everybody knows that. Hold on. See, this is what we got this week. Because it's not about pause. It's not about tone. It's not about intonation. It's not about inflection. It's about content. The content of what you said in the context of the conversation that was being had was shady.
Not yet. I ain't did it yet. I ain't did it yet.
Hell no. HELLNO. I'ma spell it because you special.
I already apologize. It's all good.
You don't have to leave.
I don't have time.
I wasn't trying to shade him off.
I don't have time.
You don't have to leave.
Goodbye.
That was more than just a Christmas party, honey. Mayday, how did you feel having everybody gathered together in good spirit?
It was cool at first. Yeah, in theory, it sounded like a great idea to throw a Christmas party to kind of kick off, introductions, and that was what the plan was initially. So, yeah.
DJ, you seem to have gotten a different dress code memo for the party.
I didn't tell him that. I don't know. It was a word saying that I did that. I did not tell him to come in.
Listen, I would never.
Are you sure, Mayday?
I'll never be able to tell me to come up like that. But
I would never.
Listen, I was under the impression it was a costume party. So I was just like, oh, okay, well,
in December.
I go. Yeah, I was like, I'll go as the Chick-fil-A cow. Why not? And that's what it was. But then everybody was dressed regular, and I was like, oh well, shit, I could have just kept my sweats on.
Regular, right?
No.
He just said, bitch, I'm a cow.
I'm a cow.
Shit. So I came in what I thought was appropriate.
I'd never heard of a Christmas cow.
Me either. But 'tis the season for everything. So Ebony and Sunny, you kind of showed up a little late.
I'm thinking, what the hell we got ourselves into?
Hi, I'm sorry. Hello, how are you? Good to see you again. Yes. Hello, how are you?
This is Sunny.
Okay, Mayday, nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you. I'm Trey. I'm a hugger. See, listen, I'm a hugger.
No.
Ebony, how did it feel when you showed up and everything was going on outside?
I honestly felt apprehensive. I was like, oh, wait, I don't know. Like, what did we just get into for real? Like, I don't know. Because I thought that everyone would be inside and just chilling and maybe new people.
Yeah, we were also.
Okay.
We were eventually.
Yeah, but when we got there, once that was out of the way, everything seemed fine.
Yeah, everything was good.
Yeah.
You know, we was talking about it. It was kind of kiki and was like, you know we finna walk in with a room full of happy boys, and you always know that it's gonna be some type of catty shit. I didn't know that we were gonna be pulling up on that shit. Right into the midst of it, and it kind of like a little bit squandered the mood, a little bit. But then as we met everybody else and they seen some pussy come through the door, everybody calmed down.
That was the shift.
It was a shift. Oh my God!
It's hilarious.
And I was like, we here.
So once you got there, Sunny, and was like, okay, I'm gonna still stay open-minded. How did you feel once you started meeting everybody within the group?
Everybody got their own unique personality. I was like, okay, well, I know that I can control myself. Anything that does happen, I know it ain't really got nothing to do with me. My control is myself and what I got going on here. So
That's right. And even at the end, it was still a great Christmas party. It was a great time for us together. And we also had many more events. The BU event, I know I touched on it a little bit earlier, but Kamori, how did you feel putting together the BU event and being an activist for the community?
Putting together the BU event, I was stressed the fuck out, but but honestly, like that is my good place, my calm area. Like I thrive in stressful situations because I'm forced to dispute something, make it happen. So I love it. As far as the event, I'm very happy. The event was successful. The event had an amazing turnout. I was happy that I believe most of the cast participated in it. Either they showed up or they did their own showcase to perform their own music, whatever. I was very happy for the outcome, and I also enjoyed being an activist.
How important was it for you to partner with Devontae and Thrive and not just let this be another showcase concert event, but also bring awareness to something that was very important in the community?
So I think it's very important for anything that we do, especially especially myself identifying as a black gay person. It's very important that we mix our fun, but still have a spot for education. So as we know, as being a black gay man, like we are the highest numbers that are affected by HIV. So any situation where I can put out information and say where you can get tested, give out free condoms, talk about PrEP, talk about PEP, because a lot of people, it's been out for a few years now, people still don't understand the difference between PrEP or the difference between PEP. They don't understand it. So I feel like it's my job to put that information out in the community at my events, because now I want you to have a good time, but I also want you to be I just want you to be smart about the decisions you make.
And that's very important. And I actually learned the difference between the two, being at your event. And I'm thankful for you being out here and doing the groundwork and being an activist and sharing everything you know and connecting Devontae with Thrive, and you also hosting these events. You did a great job. You mentioned that you were a little bit nervous and it was because of the way you talked. How do you feel now about hosting events moving forward?
So I have always allowed, even though I talk very loudly, I'm not scared to use my words. Always, with my speech impediment, I've always been afraid to speak in front of crowds. Like, I don't mind having a conversation, but like all eyes on me in front of everybody and me speaking to everybody quiet, it gets like, my nerves gets real bad. I'm not comfortable with it again because I have a speech impediment. But after hosting two or three times I've hosted so far, I'm glad people are looking past my speech impediment and they see my personality. So I think that's what draws people into me. My personality, my spirit, my aura, who I am and how I give it to you. People really enjoy that. So I want to put focus more on that and keep hosting. I love it.
Well, we look forward to seeing you host more events in the future, and also the cast and Thrive and Devontae collaborating with you more in the near future.
Oh, yeah. BU is an annual event. We were always put on the BU Festival. Trust me, it'll be back.
And I want to go.
Oh, well, damn.
Can't wait for the next one.
So first, I just want to thank you all for wanting to be a part of this event. This is our second year, so we really, really appreciate it, and we hope you guys have fun. We hope you guys are able to express yourself. This is all about being you, so there's no judgment. Your craft is your craft, and we just want to celebrate, everybody. So
just fucking see each other. Do y'all thing. You guys do y'all thing. We spent a lot of money to be here tonight. Like, you guys do y'all thing, kill it. Like, that's all we want from y'all.
Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now.
So now the kickball game, the phenomenal kickball game. It was so amazing watching that play back. Y'all did such an amazing job. But it's so funny to me to watch it back and see the calm spirits be so competitive. Sunny and Mayday. So first of all, Sunny, how did you feel when you were picked last?
I've always been underestimated. I've always been picked last, so it never, rubbed me wrong because I know that I'm a beast no matter what.
Okay.
Period.
Y'all was playing for real, like y'all was playing for a championship too.
And we won.
And we
y'all
definitely
cheated.
did. We definitely won. Definitely
y'all
did.
I'm sorry. I don't think the referees was horrible.
The
Your referees was horrible. Nobody was
And
Referee was awful.
Right,
been
and
calling the
speaking
right
of the
Rest in peace
referees,
to the referees.
that was Mayday's thing. Mayday took off his jersey and walked out.
Mayday was ready to go home.
Were y'all not there? Like, what kind of game? That wasn't kickball.
They caught the ball.
First of all, I swear, and y'all can go back and watch it. The rule changed every time.
Every
he
time.
presented.
That's all
Every
the
single
rest
time.
of the team
He's
cheated
like,
because y'all kept
No, we
changing
didn't
the rules.
cheat.
no, because y'all were lined up with, y'all had cash apped him something. I don't know what y'all did. Because every single time we got to play, it's like, no, that don't count. You can't do that. I'm like, but y'all just did that. I don't understand.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I just know that me and my team, we play hard. We play fair. You know, we
It's
won
cool.
and we won.
It's cool. I had to walk off.
It's cool.
Catch
I
my
still
breath.
love you.
So,
Yes, I got to see a different side of
yeah,
you.
I'm very competitive. Like, I mean, when it
I
comes
saw
to
that.
I'm sorry, like, I'm chill. I'm very chill, but I'm extremely competitive. And that's why I don't like playing things that I know I can potentially lose. So unless I know I have a chance to win, I'm not even gonna play. So I'm like, the fact that we went out there and then the rules were changing every 5 minutes. Yeah, it was time to.
Yes, all of you seem to have a competitive side and enjoy playing. Our Barbie doll over here, Miss Ebony, you missed a few balls, but you got it together. You got it together. It was fun. It was fun, and we in that moment, got past a lot of the drama. And would like to extend our condolences to our ref. Although we had fun and we heckled him about his cause, he passed away shortly after that event. And we would like to take a moment of silence for Mr. Giovanni and all of his family. And we extend our condolences to you and your family. We all gathered together and feel a nice going away party. Most of you were there. And it was actually Nebraska, Sunny, Mayday, Ebony, your first time meeting each other. How was that meeting each other for the first time at Phil's going away party?
As soon as I seen her, I was like, oh, she's pretty. And when I found that she did music, I was like, okay, even more intrigued too, because I wanted to hear what she had going on. But I was kind of lit too, so it's kind of like faint. When I get lit, I start talking. So I don't even know what half the conversation was about, but I know it was good energy poured into that. So
it was a lot of good energy that night as well. I remember you guys encouraging each other outside and talking about how hard it is in this business. And you were talking about, DJ, that sometimes you want to give up on music. And I remember, Sonny, you might not, how you were just pouring into him in that moment and telling him to move forward. So it was so awesome to see all of y'all get together and not only network, but also send Phil off in a good way and all join together and make sure, hey, let them know we still got your back. It was really nice to see that. Then I would love to talk about the retreat and get each and every one of you, get your input on what you thought about the retreat. Brandon, let's start with you.
I think the retreat was really good. It helped a lot. It was emotional, it was fun, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of things, out. I like the therapist and everything like that. Overall, I just think it was a really good experience that everybody kind of needed.
So the therapist, she recommended that you would follow up with her or somebody. Did you follow up with anybody after the retreat?
I attempted. I actually did not, to be honest. I did attempt to, but I just wasn't able to.
Are you thinking about it?
Of course, yeah, definitely. I'm saying that, but I want to be truthful to that. I want to do that, yes.
Sonny?
Yeah, I think it was cool. I caught a fish. So I was super happy about that. It was just, to me, it felt like a little vacation, a little break away from, reality, even though we filmed reality. But other than that, I ain't got really much to say about it. It was great.
And you seem so grateful. I remember watching back, seeing you hug one of the therapists and saying you were going to take everything they said into consideration, and you said what you put forth next is in memory of what they instilled in you today. Yeah. So have you done that? Have you kept your promise and your word today?
My word is my bond, and every day, what I'm saying, look, I am putting forth every effort that I can to be my best self, every day I'm 1% better, so yes.
So, DJ, you were very open about coming in the retreat, and you were actually one of the ones that were looking forward to speaking with a therapist. Why was that so important to you?
Prior to the retreat, I had been in therapy for about 2 or 3 years. So I'm all about, especially at this point in my life, I'm all about just healing and doing the shadow work and the internal work to be a better me. And so that was really the sole intention behind the retreat. And so I was there for whatever they had to offer.
And so what do you feel like you walked away with? Something positive?
Definitely something positive. Like I said, everything is not always someone else. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's your own internal stuff that keeps you from getting to that next level sometimes. Like I said earlier in the season, I wanted to quit music. A lot of that, was projections that had been put on me by other people. And so I gave into that. And so I just kind of learned on top of, like I said, recognizing that it's not just you, do the internal work, figure out the root cause of a lot of that stuff so you can be better.
Yes. So you also mentioned that you felt like people don't understand you and your music, and the therapist said that's their own take of you. If they're not for you. So were you able to take those words and blossom with your career now?
Absolutely. I took that advice and I stopped looking for people who don't check for me. And what that means is, people are always going to have something to say. Right. You're always going to be too dark for somebody, or you're always going to not be marketable, or, somebody will always identify you as that gay nigga that can sing. But that's not it. Those aren't your people. Those aren't your people. And as long as you remember that and remember why you do it and the intention behind why you do it, then everything else will fall into place.
Yes, that's good. Nebraska, you were like really standoffish, closed down. Even the therapist kind of called you out and was like, hey, baby girl. And she kind of got with you a little bit, and you seem a little agitated, but I also saw you open up a little bit about why you weren't ready to open up about all the things that had transpired in your life and all the things you had went through, and you was like, I just can't do it here, not right now and in this moment. Have you sought out therapy since leaving?
No, I haven't. Music, traveling, just chasing my career, and just being there for my kids. That's really my therapy. I know kids can be stressful, especially being a single mom. So I be wanting to like get away from them sometimes. But the moment I'm away from them, I miss them. So it's like, no, I'm not really ready to dive deep into my root, my issue. At the end of the day, I'm realistic. I'm honest. You know, so I know I need help. Mm-hmm. I want to be better. I've healed so much over the past couple years, and I know now, like I really do need help. It's just not time for it, in my opinion. When I'm at 100% ready, then I'll do what's necessary to get that professional help. But as of right now, focusing on my career, that is my therapy.
Yeah, and that's okay. That is all right, and just make sure you do give yourself permission to unpack it, because you are well on your way. And you see people get so far up and then they self-destruct, and you say, what happened to them? So I think as you're on this journey to becoming Miss DP, also go and recognize some of the situations that Nebraska has been through. So really consider getting that therapy, because I don't want to see you in that big light and then we see you tore down and broken, because you know what, now I'm going to process it. And it's because it's coming. But I appreciate you for being honest, because at first it was just like, oh, she don't want to be here. But no, I understand when you said I wasn't ready to unpack right now.
I did want to be at the retreat. It was very relaxing. It was like a nice little getaway Sunday, like a little vacation. Like I was poolside, looking thick, you know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed myself. It's just that I knew what I was going to walk into. I tried my best to prepare for it, but it's like, nah, it's right here in my face, and it's like, well, I still ain't ready for it.
Right.
One day soon, because I don't want to be an entertainer that falls short or fall into drugs and other things. Like I don't want everything that I built to fall. Like I do not want that. So I know one day I'm gonna have to. So other than music, and keep God first. That's what helps me get through it.
And that's it, girl. That's your man.
God did.
You did. Thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna turn to this side. Mayday, I love watching back and seeing you do your vision board and how you put so many things together. Have you accomplished anything on that vision board yet?
Yeah, at least, working towards plans of certain things, and I think me building towards, a life that I want to have starts with 1, myself, starts with 2, my partner, and then 3, just laying down that groundwork. So yeah, I have accomplished certain things that I put on there, and I was very adamant about making sure that everything in my life is balanced and blend, between the new life that I want, because it is new for me. But yeah, just trying to become, the person that we all talk about. Like you talk about, you put forth this, wall up, and you say, I'm this person, I'm that person, but there's a whole lot of work that goes on behind that face. Right. So just trying to come and put those pieces together behind the wall and become that face that everybody sees is a lot of work. But yeah, I think it helped. I hadn't never done it that way before, especially like as an adult, and some of these things that are like adolescent things that we do when you're in school or whatever, that you see the joy that brings out in kids. You need that inner child to kind of just take a glue stick, stick something on a board, and actually see it come to fruition is actually pretty dope. So I think that was like one of the cool parts of the retreat, for sure.
Yes, most definitely. It was fun watching you guys do all those activities, and one of the activities was fishing. Mr. Trey Morris, I helped you catch a fish. You caught a fish. One bait you hook, but you caught that fish, and you were so excited. I saw little Trey, baby Trey, come out, and you were so excited. And I also saw another vulnerable side of you during your session. You really did let go, and you were a different Trey that I haven't yet experienced. What made you so comfortable with the therapist to just let it all out?
I think anybody in here who has encountered Tashawn can tell you that her spirit and her energy kind of demanded. Actually, it's it's naturally just a safe space for you to open up, and we keep in contact. But it was just kind of natural. It was easy.
Miss Tasha
it was really
great.
effortless, honestly.
She was great.
Yeah.
So Trey, going fishing, you taking your fish off the hook?
Hell no. And what's crazy is I'll gut them, I'll cut the head, like I'll do all of that, but I'm not touching no bait, bro. Like, you
didn't touch the fish, Trey. Mm-hmm. You didn't touch the fish either. I threw your fish back.
Oh, because it was still alive. Like, if I'm doing that, like Destiny, I'm used to my uncles would go get them, because originally I'm from Mississippi, and a lot of people don't even know that. But like, my uncles would go get them, and they teach us how to like you open them up and gut them and chop the head off. Like,
that's nastier. Taking a fish off a hook.
No, that a fish was alive. I'm looking at.
The next event, I'm bringing a fish, and I gotta see Trey gut this fish. I'm not gonna believe it till I see it. I'm not gonna believe it till I see it.
That's some shit I ain't doing.
If it ain't chillin',
Kamori, like everybody mentioned, and I mentioned, we had so many activities going on during the therapy session, but you got a chance to do something a little different, sound bowling. How was that for you? Had you ever heard of that?
I never heard of it. It was interesting. I would say, it was sound bowling was very interesting.
I didn't know what we were doing.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be disrespectful to that cause, but like I didn't. For me, it wasn't my thing. Mm-hmm. But during that time, and the person talking, explaining that, and just being calm and hearing it was cute for that time. It was interesting. Yeah. It didn't do anything for me, but
like if you do that on the regular, like
it takes more of a serene environment to actually understand.
Yeah, and I don't think that was
too much going on.
It was like 102 degrees outside.
Yeah. It was very hot. Yeah.
we was moving this way, doing this way. We gotta film. It was a lot. So
it was.
Yeah, but other than that,
you should try it in a quiet place. If you try it in a quiet
place, I'm open to trying it again. Yeah.
You should, and I even saw you like that's where I saw you relax. During that time is when y'all were trying that.
She was hot. She was
oh, that's what it was.
She was going to see me and her both of them because we just got out the car. I was like, bitch, we got to put this out on full. But we got to get some AC in here.
Yeah, so y'all were enjoying yourself before.
Yeah.
Ebony, we also saw you enjoying the pool and being in the pool and having a conversation with Chauncey about different stuff going on with your career and him just encouraging you. How did it feel to let some of that out among your peers who are also going through similar things that you're going through, chasing their dreams and acting as well? How did that feel, just to be in an environment where you could relax and just let it go?
Yeah, I feel like talking to Chauncey about my career and us kind of like piggyback on each other, talking about it, it felt refreshing because I didn't feel pressured to be like, okay, there has to be an end result. We're literally just conversing about pretty much film or how we were interacting before when we were supposed to be in the film and all that. I didn't feel, I don't know, I guess the pressure of the outcome. So I felt really relaxed in the environment. I know like there's a lot going on between other people, but I think like the actual retreat itself, like the scenery and the people that came in to help us, it really helped like ease my nerves.
Yes, and I also remember your therapist telling you it's okay to release and not feel like it all has to be done within this time frame. Are you still holding yourself to that kind of pressure?
Yes. I am trying not to do that. Slowly but surely, I believe I'm getting it, and I do want to be more vulnerable instead of more structured. I feel like everyone on this stage has shown a level of vulnerability that they may not have on the show. So I think that's amazing. And so for me, that's even inspiring. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to always have my hair in a ponytail. I can take it out or something, you know?
I'm glad you're taking the steps. Yeah. Make sure you remember a lot of that stuff because you had a nice session. Make sure you go back and watch that and listen to what she told you during that session.
Yes.
So now let's get into Dave and Buster's. So what was supposed to be a night of celebration and meet and greet for the babies turned into something very, very ugly. Take a look.
I invited everybody in the group to come out and meet my daughter and have some fun with us. I don't know who's gonna come, But I hope everybody be on their best behavior because ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Oh, so I can't. No hugs, because me and you need to have a conversation.
Okay, well here's what I'm saying to you. But see, now that I know
here's
that,
the thing.
But see, now that I know that,
It was obvious that it was about me. That's what I'm saying to you.
you do not have to be scared of me. All you do is talk shit. But see, what?
Like, don't invite me out to shit else. Like, seriously, don't call me. Don't ask me to come out when it has to do with this group of people. Don't invite me to shit else.
Gang, gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gang. Supposed to talk about bitch ass nigga.
Oh, Mayday. Again, a different side of you that a lot of us haven't seen before. You seem very, very frustrated being kicked out of Dave & Buster's. Why was that the boiling point for you? That was it.
I think, well, first of all, if anybody who like knows me personally, you know, I'm very cool, but I don't really take no mess from, you know, and I don't really like feeling misrepresented, you know, in ways. So a lot of that situation to me could have been avoided. I mean, I will say for sure, you know, we had a completely different idea of why we were there, you know, and that tells a story when you hear it all come across, but a lot of it got put out there in just the worst kind of way. You know, it started from us walking up to us going to the bar because he didn't feel like being around Brandon, which was cool. I let him go to the bar. I said my hellos. You know, DJ was mad about a post. So it just transpired in the worst way. I think my frustrations with that situation were more so because I felt like it could have been avoided, and then at the end of it, nobody was being real about what was really the problem. You know, because like I told DJ, I didn't think that from what it seemed like, it didn't seem like he came over there to congratulate, because it was off rip. It started like that. Even with my issues with how he is, I'm like, if you don't care about this man like the way you say you don't care about him, why you let him get you out of character? Why are they coming behind me, tapping me on the shoulder, saying that y'all got to calm down 5 times? Why are we in a place with Nebraska's daughter and they telling us that we gotta leave? You know, like it's just a whole lot of situations that could have been avoided that eventually boiled me over, and I'm like, I don't really care who's right or wrong. I'm just tired of doing this every time we go out as a group.
And may I add, I just wanna.
And the next question is for you. How did you feel having your daughter with you? And we already know that you have small periods of time where you get to spend time with your children because of what you do, and you brought her along to Atlanta with you, and then that happened. How did you feel as a mother seeing all of that transpire?
Well, let me first say this. Me bringing my kids on a road with me, that's just something that I just love to do, and my daughter loves to enjoy my experiences with me. So I'm gonna clear it up and say it wasn't an ambush. It wasn't on some petty shit. I legit text the group because Trey had a play, and I was going. I bought a ticket and everything, but I wasn't able to go in because I was with Brandon. He was going at first on some cordial, supportive shit though, but last minute he changed his mind, so we didn't go in. So I wanted to make up for that, like, hey, how about we go to Dave & Buster's? Y'all get a chance to meet my daughter, and we also get to celebrate your play. Now, as far as people going up to the bar, I did say before we went over there, because I came to y'all first.
Yeah, you did.
I came to y'all first. DJ wanted to talk. I thought y'all could literally sit down and have a simple conversation. But as far as, I told Brandon to stay his ass back where we was at.
She did.
I told him to stay back where he was at. He didn't. You know, Brandon, go listen to me. But it wasn't an ambush. It was very sudden. I really wish y'all could have sat down and talked. But that shit pissed me off. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all because my daughter was there. And if y'all would have got the fighting, then what? My daughter would have saw that. That's just real. Now everybody's telling y'all to chill out. This is the second time we done went out to a kid environment place and y'all cutting up. And we got kicked out. Didn't even get to eat. My daughter was hungry. Didn't even get to eat. What's up?
What's the common denominator? I was only at one of those. Kamori was at the other one. So what's the common denominator? And I'm not. I'm not being funny. You said it, but
I'm speaking to everybody as a whole. We all in this group. Everybody's in this group. I'm talking to everyone. I'm not gonna do that. Everybody is supposed to be grown. Y'all can't conduct yourselves and handle yourselves in such a manner when we in public. I understand somebody barking at you. That's gonna make you want to bark back too. I get it, because I ain't gonna care. I probably would too, but you have to analyze the situation, analyze your surroundings. If it's not the time or the place, it's just not the time to play. Just how you can get up and walk out when you want to talk about something. My ass would have walked out and left Dave and Buster's. That's just real. It's too many kids around here. It was heavy with security.
They're all gathered around.
You know what I'm saying? The whole bowling situation, it was kids crying. I'm looking at kids hugging their mama crying.
And that's something I was gonna mention. And just being very transparent, looking back at it. And I want to hear from you two individually. And we're not bringing up the fight to hash out how the fight happened or it transpired. This is my question. Looking back at it, and also knowing that we were there with so many children, and like she said, crying and hugging their mamas, like didn't know what was going on. Do you wish you would have handled yourself differently? I'm gonna let you start with you, Kamori.
Oh, you're talking about the one in that incident. I have said it from day one. I do not like that I had to fight at my grown ass age. I do not like I have put that out there in the world. It's out there, even at work. It's always been brought. Like, it's bad. It's out there. It's not a good image of me. So I do not like that. Do not like that I had to fight. But as far as me defending and standing up for myself and fighting for my respect, I'm not apologizing for that at all. Now, me fighting on camera as a dog, yes, I wish I would have stopped for a second and kept walking. But as I look at it and think, no, I'm sorry. I for standing up for myself and respect, I had to fight for my respect all my life. I have always been the weird, queer kid, either overweight, my speech impediment, I'm gay, I like Britney Spears, whatever the case may be. I fought my whole life to be who I am and staying true into me. Ain't no bitch any mom gonna ever disrespect me. Never. I don't take it from my own mother. I came out her pussy. I don't take disrespect. So no, I'm mad that I fought on camera, but never mad about handling myself and for my respect. Never mad about it.
So, Brandon, for you, do you regret looking back at it and us coming back to y'all and telling y'all that the babies were crying and Nebraska being your friend, feeling how she felt having to leave Dave and Buster's and her baby didn't get to eat?
So as far as like the nitro zone, and I was disgusted with myself, to be honest. My ego went completely out the window with that. You know what I'm saying? So looking back at it, I just didn't like anything about it. I wish I would have handled it differently. And just tell Kamori, as a man, like, I apologize for walking to your face like that. That wasn't the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and I tried to do that at the sit down that we had, but on both of our ends we were being petty, and it didn't go through like that. But anybody that walked in my face like that, I probably would have done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, I apologize for that. Come to find out, I think if we ever sat down and had a conversation, we would know what the common denominator was. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I apologize, man to man, like for real.
Can y'all get up and shake hands?
That's real. They don't have to do all of that.
We good.
I can be adult. Thank you. I appreciate your policy from knowledge in that. I wish I wouldn't have reacted to that situation also like that. So thank you. I appreciate it. Honestly, and DJ or anybody else I could talk to, after that situation, I didn't care anymore.
No.
Like, you can even like production. You were invited to be a better part of BU Festival if you wanted to do your song. You were definitely invited.
The first one, I only had the diss track, so that's why I couldn't.
I'm just saying. I show up and I work. So like once that situation with me and you happened, I was over. But for after I think I kept going on with it, was like really at a fuck it level once we had that sit down, and it became more shady. We didn't fix anything. Like if we would have started that conversation when we met at brunch and we would have right here.
Once again, that's why egos for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I apologize on that. Like, what's up?
But yeah, as far as I don't have any beef with you. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm over it. I'm tired of talking about the bowling alley. I'm tired of bringing up the fight. I'm over it.
It's been like almost.
It's about to be 2 years. Yeah, about almost 3 years.
So
Yes.
After this day right here, it's done. It's done.
We're good. Thank you.
That's
fine.
Give it up for reconciliation, please. There is a God in this room. He is in the midst, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful because y'all two were the main ones that I said they have so much in common. And I wish they would have got a chance to know each other before the fight. And I feel like y'all can do some great work together. I truly do believe that. And he did want you at the BU event. He didn't care. He was like, I don't care. So the man was still willing to work, but the drama was still going on. So I'm going to be real with you. You got to know when to stop, when to let go.
Yeah.
Check your ego, when to let go. Because I feel like a lot of this stuff, Brandon, if it wouldn't have kept going, it would have been over. And we would have saw a lot more work this season. So I feel like a lot of reconciliation can happen. And with that being said, so after all of that, and all inquiring minds wants to know, what's next for you, Sonny?
Well, I have a very, very huge announcement to make. I cannot announce it right now. But it's a pretty big deal, and I sent you guys the invitation, RSVP, and just know you're gonna hear about the kid. And I got a single coming up, whoop de whoop. I got a video shoot, show the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that's really about to happen for me. And I'm proud of me, and I'm proud of everybody that's a part.
Oh, I want to see y'all on the way up at your video shoot. I can see that, Sonny. I can see everybody at the video shoot. So we'll start back with you, Brandon. What do you have going on? What do you look forward to?
I got three done singles I'm about to drop back to back. I got another show that I can't really talk about right now that I'm supposed to be a part of. Top of 2024. And I'm working on a documentary, so a couple little things. Some more music, more shows, documentary.
I'm looking forward to the documentary. It's following your life?
Mm-hmm. Family and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. DJ the singer. So what's going on for you right now, and what's coming up in the future?
I'm working on a podcast right now. My album comes out right after the reunion. Y'all saw me working on it throughout the season. I'm also currently filming and producing my spinoff. And I also, since March, have been on the road touring as a background vocalist for Kelly Price. So
yes.
I am still doing that.
Yes, for Miss Kelly Price.
Yes.
Tired?
Yes. We'll be singing it next weekend on my birthday.
Does Kelly watch the show?
She does.
Hey, Miss Kelly Price, girl. Hey, Miss Kelly Price. We love you, Miss Kelly Price. Yes. Somebody say as we lay. Miss DP, Miss Nebraska, what's going on with you right now, and what do we have to look for from you in the future?
Dropping these fire singles.
And look, I got singles dropping, got videos dropping, more videos to take, collaborations. I have been featured on a couple projects. People reached out to get Cute Girl on there. Yeah. But as of right now, I do have a team with me, and they're encouraging me to just strictly push music. So that's what I am on right now. So I'm strictly music.
And you definitely doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is awesome. We're looking forward to that, girl. I see you working all the time on social media, tagging you and everything, and resharing, because you out here doing it, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Mayday, the music mogul. So what's going on for you now, and what do we have to look forward to in the future from Mayday?
So I have dropped music. I had two songs come out in the last couple months. So I have new music out. I'm currently working, almost completed my album. This will be my first album, like my first full-length album. So very, very close. I just keep it going there, and I'm also working in a more of a creative capacity with the company that I was touring with. So trying to get more in like producer shoes and create, creative team shoes. So I'm just moving forward, staying on the same ride I've been on. It's been working for this long. So
yes. Will we hear you playing your trombone on the album?
Yes, you will.
Yay!
You will hear
the trombone.
You will hear you will hear a little insert or something. But I'm branching off into some other stuff too. So
I want to hear more of that techno. I want to hear that.
Look. I got a lot of collabs, and I'm working with a lot of other artists. So like I'm producing for a lot of local artists here, and just trying to spread that sound out everywhere. So we working.
Yes. Trey Morris, what's going on? And I've seen you got a lot going on. What can we expect from you? What's going on now with you, and then what can we expect to see from you in the future?
So Blue Vante, the next chapter is currently streaming on Here TV, so you guys can download that. Make sure you watch the movie first, Blue Vante. It's on Amazon Prime and all streaming platforms. I have a new play coming out in the end of September, going into October, and then I have a new single I'm working on with 7 Deep out of Texas.
So you're going back into the music a little bit?
A little bit. I've kind of been focusing on the acting side, and honestly, I kind of been enjoying it because with the theater, I'm still doing music. It's just musical theater, and then I really do enjoy TV acting. Like just the filming process for Blue Vante was really, really fun because the way Corey shoots, who's our writer and executive producer, the way Corey shoots is kind of confusing when you're shooting it, and then when you watch the show, all of the moving pieces, like they're running together and it makes sense. So honestly, that's been fun. We spent like the latter half of last year filming that, and then actually, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Blue Vante season Living for the Weekend, which is the original show that Blue Vante is based on, comes out in October, I believe. And my character will also be introduced on Living for the Weekend. So I will be both on Living for the Weekend and Blue Vante. So I'll be on both.
Give it up for Trey the actor. And where can we find that again?
It's on Here TV, Amazon Prime, and yeah.
Here TV and Amazon Prime.
Correct.
I gotta go and watch that. Kamori, my love.
Hi.
So, what can we expect from you in the near future?
So as I said earlier, for me, of course, I'm going to always do events. I am bringing a Rage Arts Party back to Atlanta. I will be having it next year in February. Also, just for you guys to know, the BU Festival third year, it will be in June. I am looking definitely for any sponsors, anyone who want to be a part of that. Hit my inbox up, please. And I am bringing Let's Talk About It back. So I'm turning Let's Talk About It into a podcast.
Yes.
Just where we can make it more easier. I'm not really worrying about set design because, I didn't know the work that goes into all of it, like set chairs and doing all this stuff. Thank God for On the Way Up production company who I partnered with to do it, because I didn't know half of it. But yeah, I want to turn it into a podcast. I'm working to turn it into a podcast now.
We're looking forward to that. I really did enjoy Let's Talk About It, so I'm glad to hear you say it's coming back.
I'm an opinionated bitch, so
it's gonna be good, really good. Ebony, so what about you? What can we expect from you in the near future?
Well, with the writers and actors strike, I feel like that's pushing me out of my comfort zone of just making my own stuff. Okay. So I definitely want to make my own film in the future. I'm currently writing something I'm starring in. I'm starring it, I'm writing it, directing it, producing it, and I'm gonna do it.
I love it.
And look, I'm gonna give a shameless plug. If you ever need casting agency, I am there. Yes. I support you seriously. I love the art of acting, so I would love to help you in any kind of way that I can. You got my number, girl.
Yes.
Because you're gonna do great things. I'm glad to hear you're doing your own thing, because sometimes that's what it takes. On the Way Up is its own thing. Somebody having to have their own idea.
I feel elevated.
Good. So it's almost a wrap for season 3 of On the Way Up Atlanta, the reunion. But before we leave, we do have a special guest. But right now we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more On the Way Up Atlanta.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. A royal dynasty must be ran by its emperor. Without him, there is no vision. Welcome to the palace, the producer of On the Way Up Atlanta, Davante Lamond.
Everybody get serious, yay!
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing? Hey,
Miss
Queen.
Hey, King.
How you doing?
You like how I'm running this shit, huh?
You running this shit. I'm tired of these children.
Devontae Lamont, the executive, the creative of all things On the Way Up Atlanta, On the Way Up Entertainment. How does it feel to be 3 seasons in now?
It feels amazing. I think Trey, out of anybody, can say that it's been a journey, like just to see where we start losing footage, the vision I had, the vision we got, the vision I'm trying to get, the vision we got. So it's just, but it's been a learning experience because I feel like On the Way Up changed my life. Even being on the show, it showed me things about myself that I didn't like. It showed me things like, I don't know if you guys can look back and be like, you know, I could have did something different, or I didn't have to act the way that I acted to get my point across.
Right.
So I'm on a different journey right now, just to make sure I just try to keep more positive energy around me, and just realizing that everything don't always cause for a reaction.
Right.
I'm still a work in progress. I'm not saying I'm perfect.
We
I'm not
all
saying,
are. We all are.
You know, but I just try to be a better person and a better producer. Because there's a lot of things that I have looked back on that I could have did differently as a producer, as an editor, as camera operator, as a storyboard builder. But it's all a learning process. So if you go back from season 1 to season 3, you can see the growth. Mm-hmm. This season we had a lot of balance. We showed family, we showed love, we showed people working, we showed drama, we showed like people got real, you know, people showed they was going through illnesses and things like that. So I feel like we got a balance for what I wanted for what the show should be.
And that seems to be important to you. And I know, just speaking from what we see, a lot of people are always chasing reality or this other platform. They wouldn't have done this. But we all have a different path and a different journey of what we're charged with putting out into this world. And you always want to show, as I mentioned earlier, them in the best light. Mm-hmm. So all of that is important. Why is that so important for you?
It's important for me is because, well, even before it's showing them in the best light, the biggest thing is to show the realness, because people connect with realness. Like, people call me a crybaby the first season, but that was real. That wasn't something I just said, oh, you know, I'm gonna go on camera and cry. Like, I didn't realize how emotional I was until I watched back the first season, till I watched the show. And I'm an emotional person, and it's okay to be who I am, because there's another little boy out there just as emotional as I am, and he can achieve his dreams and do the things that he needs to do as well. So, but yeah.
So what's the future for On the Way Up Entertainment and On the Way Up ATL?
So On the Way Up Entertainment, I want to put out more documentaries, more scripted series, more reality-based shows, but I just want to tell you guys, like, I really appreciate all the hard work that you did this season. Trey, 3 years. Like, I couldn't imagine, you know, doing technically 5 years of this. We started in 2018, and I thought it was gonna be all of us up here, but you the only one that stayed through. And I'm gonna say this in front of everybody: you are the cast member that got the most slack, with everybody coming towards them every season, and that's a lot, because even when I have my issues, that gets to me, and I know you I don't know how you really is, you know, you strong, but you don't know how you feel at home, but I know that can take a toll on your mental, because even if the little stuff that I go through, it takes a toll on my mental. So I just want to say I appreciate you for even coming back season after season, like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it again, you know. So I appreciate that, because you didn't have to come back this season or last season, especially, you know, we talked. So but I do want to say that I appreciate all of y'all, and every last one of y'all that's on this stage. Y'all are gonna do great things. Like I believe in all of y'all. Like take the drama out. This even if you take the drama out, this still would have been a great show. It may not have been a great show for some of the people who love the drama, but I mean, we saw so many different dynamics in family, so many people working. Like Trey shared his car accident, Ebony shared stuff with her mom, Kamori shared stuff about his personal life with his dad. Like that's real. So I'm more connected to the realness. And the drama, I never really wanted the drama between y'all. The drama was supposed to always be within your craft. You can't come to a show because you can't find a babysitter. You can't do your studio scene because, I don't know, the engineer decided not to come show up today. Like, that's what it was supposed to be about. And it's okay, because life don't, as we all know, we can have a plan. God go say, I got the plan. So things are always going to change. But I want y'all to raise your glasses up, and I want y'all to toast to, this is actually the last season. Like, today is the last filming day of On the Way Up Atlanta. This is our farewell season, and I appreciate you guys, and I love y'all, and we'll just see what the future for On the Way Up Entertainment, but On the Way Up Atlanta, this is it. I love y'all. Cheers. Cheers.
On the way up.
We did it.
We did it.
Good too.